Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers. It is 7 a.m. on a Tuesday, so y'all know what time it is. It's time for St. Louis Hustle Podcast with CORTEZ Hustle and my girl, Michelle Aaye. And we are talking about whether or not we are wired to be unfaithful. That is the question, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to need y'all help on this one. There are some scientific studies that say human beings can't be faithful. And I want to know if you agree or if you disagree. So do me a favor, comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand, and smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, we need your input on this one. So let's get to it.
Growing up in St. Louis has never been easy, and most say if you want to succeed here, that you must leave and put down roots somewhere else because of the strong crabs in a barrel mentality here.
I don't know if I'm just an optimistic person, but to see people like Chuck Berry and Nelly make it in the music industry, or the Roberts brothers and Dave Stewart in business, or William Lacey Clay Jr. in politics, can we blame the city, or is it that people just aren't hungry enough?
We're talking to all of the movers and shakers in this town, from entertainers to politicians, social activists and organizers, and of course, entrepreneurs.
Is there a curse on this city that holds people back? Is there an unseen hand that decides who makes it and who doesn't? You're about to find out.
Welcome to St. Louis Hustle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the St. Louis Hustle Podcast this morning. I am your boy, CORTEZ Hustle. That is my girl, Michelle Aaye. And we are coming to you live and direct from the Monetize My Life Academy studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. And I want to bless you with a free book. Yes, Monetize My Life, 4 incredibly simple ways to turn your passions into profit. I want to give this to you for free. You cover shipping, and I want to send it out to you. And guess what? For those of you who are trying to learn how to become an influencer on social media so you can get your message out there to the world so you can make an impact, guess what? I'm going to give you my course, How to Become an Influencer, also free. Yes, all you got to do is go to monetizemylifeacademy.com and it is yours. No, you don't. monetizemylifeacademy.com/free book. There you go. monetizemylifeacademy.com/free book. And you can grab your copy of this and I'll get it out to you this week and get instant access to the course, How to Become an Influencer, ladies and gentlemen. So we're talking, Michelle, a couple articles came across my desk that said we are wired to be unfaithful. So I thought we'd do our first installment of Agree or Disagree. And we're going to talk about some of these different things to see how our audience feels about what science has to say about infidelity. So before we get into all of that, though, how was your weekend, sis?
Well, let me tell you. Let me give you the cliff notes of my weekend. My weekend started last Wednesday when I woke up and decided that I don't want to go back to my job. So after, right, you heard it here first because I didn't even put it out on social media yet. But yeah, last week I quit my job. I'm sorry. I went into early retirement.
There you go.
There it is. I went into early retirement after 23 years on a wonder-filled job, as you would say. I had decided. I gave 30 days. Now, black people, this is what you gotta know. When you quit a job, quit just going in there quitting. Oops, sorry. Oops. Unless you know it's gonna work out for you, like some other folk. Now, some other folk.
Yeah, you talking to me.
Knew it was gonna work out.
9 a.m. and by 9:30, I was back in my car. I was halfway home.
That's faith. That's faith right there. I was just like, I got faith, but I'm yet growing. I'm gonna give y'all 30-day faith. I got 30-day faith. So. But yeah, so I did. I gave 30 days notice, and after 23 years, I am going to walk away. And I am yet. I'm not fearful. I was afraid. Let me be honest. Tell the truth, shame the devil. I was afraid, but at the same time, I know that God has me. He's going to keep me, and He's letting me know everything's gonna be okay. And so I'm excited for this next chapter of my life because it really is going to be an adventure. It's the next chapter, and I'm already ready. sort of.
Nice.
But I'm ready.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
So, with that, let me do the coronavirus numbers real quick. Well, we're doing vaccinations now.
Mm-hmm.
When I focused on the negative, the positive is, in the last 7 days, Missouri has administered 182,261 vaccinations just in the last 7 days. Illinois, in the last 7 days, they've issued about 78,000. They ain't playing. They almost there, but Illinois, like, I don't know. Wait. Let us see how Missouri do it. It will be back. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna rush into this. So they are taking a little bit longer. But the positive cases are dropping. So they're continuing to lower and decline, which is a great thing. Any closer to getting the vaccine, Cortez?
I was just looking at something yesterday, Michelle, and they were saying on the news, they was like, I think 31% of Missourians have been vaccinated. And I'm like, man, that number gonna get to 999, 99%. 99.9999999%
right.
have been vaccinated.
They were like, who is that 0.%?
It's like, when it gets there, y'all don't gotta ask no questions. Y'all know that would be me still holding out.
Like, I'll be here by myself. Right. Yeah.
And here's the thing. It's like, listen, if everybody else is vaccinated, why you worried about me not being vaccinated? Y'all can't get it because y'all got the vaccine.
It's a very good point. It's a very good point. That is what you call a double entendre. That's what it sounds like. So so just the weekend was really exciting. The job thing really took precedence in my life. But something else to presidency is, we be talking about Mr. Wonderful on here from time to time. And because we talk about my dating track record. My average was about 3 months before I'd be like, you know what? It's not you, it's me.
You don't hit them with that, do you, Michelle?
I do. I honestly,
it's not you, it's me.
I wish it was a lie, but I do. It'd be the truth. It's not you. It really is me. I got some issues I need to work through, and they take it. They be like, well, I think you just running, but okay. So Mr. Wonderful, he hit me with my own thing. I was like, hey. Now I think Mr. Wonderful, he jumped off a cliff. When I quit my job, he couldn't take it. He was like, what? Oh no, what we gonna do? Geronimo. He was out. I was like, but you should have knew, Mr. Wonderful, when you did what you did, you should have knew you was gonna show up on the show. This joker sent me a breakup text. Who sends a breakup text anymore? It was 1990. 1990, back up on the scene. I'm like, what are we doing? A breakup text? I said, if I knew we was doing breakup text, then I'd have did this about a month ago. There it is. So, but I've been fortunate in my older life not to have been a dump E in quite some time. And I was like, it burns. It burns. I don't know this feeling. I don't know. So, but now, I wish him the best. I wish him the best. Hope he's happy. Go do life. And just, if I could give him some parting words of wisdom, don't break up with nobody on text no more, sugar. Okay? Especially when you want to be deemed as mature and responsible. I was gonna come for you. You should have knew since you said you ain't want to argue or fight like I'm a fighter. I think we both know. Yeah, I had to come for you on that one. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. All right, but be blessed though.
So
Hallelujah.
Mr. Wonderful then turn into Mr. What the?
You heard me. He turned to see. He did turn out to be what the. He turned me.
I was waiting. Right. I had hope. Hope.
I'll tell you, it ain't
over.
over.
Mr. Wonderful. I said, what the?
No, right.
I'm gonna wait.
He turned me into what? He turned me into Mrs. What I do? I was a whole emoji. I was like, what I do? I was like, what I do? I don't know. But here's the thing. I'm back out on the market. I'm good. I'm shutting it down. I got this whole new, it really was great timing. Thanks, Mr. Wonderful. It was great timing because I'm starting this new chapter in my life, getting ready to turn 50. And I'm ready. And so if you're not all the way on board, faith-wise, I can't have nobody distracting me. Your faith level got to be where mine is or surpass it. And because I don't have time to drag you. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to Mr. Wonderful, but It's okay. I'm good. So I just hope he prospers and finds what God has for him. So ta-da.
Especially nobody on the ship, right? If you in the boat, you can't be halfway in the boat.
You can't.
You gotta be all
paddling with your leg, like.
And that was the thing with my wife, and she's like, okay, if you're gonna do it, I'm with you. She just didn't know I was gonna do it that coming Monday.
Give me some time, Jigga. Give me some time.
We have been talking about it for about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm like, yeah, it's getting. I gotta make this move. She's like, Then we had that final discussion, and she's like, I'm with you. I'm saying, you with me? You with me? You all the way with me? And she's like, yes.
Hilarious. Are you? How with me are you? I just need to know right now because this thing is real.
And then I came home. She was like, oh, now wait a minute. You said, was I with you? You
ain't say today. Right. You ain't say today with you. You said with you. Get your with yous together, dog. Just but you know what? It's what I love about you guys is relationship. You know, she's a rider. You guys ride for each other, you know. And here's my philosophy: when people break up, it doesn't mean one person is bad, the other's good. So I hope Mr. Wonderful takes all this lightly, because I know he gonna watch, because he know we can talk about. He knew it. He knew it when he sent that text. But I hope, all jokes aside, I hope that he understands that no hard feelings. When people break up, it doesn't mean one was better, one was worse. It just means that these two people weren't meant to be together. And that's all it means. And, you know, it just means that you have to continue on your quest. You know, I got to continue on my journey, and God will provide at the end of the day. That's it. So
that's it. Hey, don't forget, comment the name of your business and or your brand if you like a free business shout out. I see my man, world famous DJ James Julius is in the building. We got LaDonna in the building as well. Sincere Newman in the building. Drop the name of them businesses though, man. Y'all might get some business if you shout out the name of your business this morning. I'm just saying.
Man, holla at me. Just what?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Give us that. Give us that. Man, I'm super excited for this A word of the day though.
All right, you ready?
I'm early.
Let me set it up right here.
I'm sorry, I'm ready.
On the St. Louis Hustle Podcast, every Tuesday, we do a segment on this show called the Michelle A Word of the Day. That's where Michelle brings a word. It could be a word from on high. It could be a word from on low, but it's going to be a word. So today, we have Michelle A's word of the day. Hit him with that word, sis.
A word from on low. I don't want to bring no word from on low. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't want the word from on low. If I get over here and say I'm going to bring y'all a word from on low, you better click. Everybody better go to something else. So today's word of the day is expiration date, right? As phrase. We're going to talk about expiration dates, right? And I wanted to come, I guess, from the standpoint of relationships. Now, be it a romantic relationship or a friendship, even a working relationship, right? Because I think all those apply. And we have to understand that relationships come and go. Some relationships are meant to last, you know, so some friendships are meant to last. Some have an expiration date. And we really have to do our best to be discerning of which ones are which. You know, getting rid of a person out of your life too soon could cost you. Or holding, I'm not bitter. Nah, holding on to a person too long can prove to be just as detrimental, right? Yeah. From a standpoint of holding on too long or staying somewhere too long, I look at it like this. It could that when you know you're not supposed to be somewhere, or you know that someone's not good for you, and you don't remove that person from your life, I really believe that God gives us options, right? He's like, now you can cut them out, or I can tear them out. Now, when I looked at it like this, imagine, you know, everybody's had a hangnail before. And when you think about the hangnail, we done all had that time where it's like, oh man, it's right there in the nail bed. And so you get the clippers and you clip it. You got to get down up in there and you clip it, but it's a clean cut. Now, when you do clip it, it may be a little sore afterwards, maybe a little red, you may get a little blood, but it heals quicker and faster because that cut was clean. You ever tear a hangnail? Yeah. You ever grab that sucker, you ain't got no clippers, and you go, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When that thing, not only does it tear, but it goes down deeper,
Mm-hmm.
and it pulls out more of a chunk of skin. You know what I'm saying? And it bleeds, it's sore, it hurts, it thrives, there's a risk of infection. I would rather do the cutting with the clippers than have God tear somebody out of my life. Because if they are truly not meant, it's coming to an end. Now it can be smooth or it can be rough. I would rather have a smooth cut, you know. So just recognize expiration dates in your life. And it's okay. It does it again. It doesn't have to be someone's fault. The person doesn't have to be bad or whatever. Realize the time for your communion with this person is done.
That's it.
And then cut it. You gotta cut it. You gotta cut it. So that's that word of the day.
Awesome. And y'all know that the A word of the day is brought to you by your business. It could be brought to you by your business. If you guys need a place to market and get in front of new customers, then hit your boy up. We are looking for sponsors for the Michelle A word of the day. But in the meantime, I'm just going to tell you to go get this book, Monetize My Life, 4 incredibly simple ways to turn your passions into profit. If you are, every one of us have a gift, and I want to show you how to turn that into profit, because when you walk in your gift, it will make room for you. But most people just don't know how to do it. So go to monetizemylifeacademy.com/free book. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the comments right now.
Put it in the comments. That's it. You be right on time with stuff. Write the comments. Drop it in the comments. But that's what people got to do, man. They got to reach out. They got to put the name of their business in the comments. But just think, yo, thing could be here with our thing, and we could just have a big old thing together, like all of us.
We can help y'all, man.
Let us help. We're here to
help. So let's get to it, Michelle.
Man, I plead the fifth.
I sent you an article last week and said, this article said, science says that there's a reason people cheat. Backed by science.
And I don't know.
Let me set this up. Let me see. Do I still even have the article up?
You do? No. You will be staying ready. I know you got it.
Let me see. Here we go. I'm gonna set it up, and then they give us 8 what they call scientific reasons, right? That people do what they do when it comes to infidelity in their relationships. So these are the 8 reasons that people cheat in relationships according to science. Relationships are never going to be easy. It takes an incredible amount of effort to really make a relationship work. But even the simplest mistake could already be enough to derail a relationship significantly. That's why the odds always tend to be stacked against people who get into relationships. All love affairs are really going to come with their fair share of challenges and speed bumps. And one of the most common and most devastating of challenges is infidelity, right? It's always very upsetting to know that your partner has been unfaithful to you. There is just a certain depth in betrayal and tends to sting a little bit more. So they said these 8 reasons are the reasons people cheat scientifically. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree. You want to hit them with the first one, Michelle?
The first one, that's what they said had happened was, it says people cheat because there's an emotional distance between you and your partner. Okay. I think it's possible. It's like a spade game. You know, you got the ace, you got the king, you got a bunch of kings, but you ain't got the aces. It's possible, but it ain't all guaranteed. It's not.
Right.
So it could happen. I just think that if you're in a relationship and there's distance between you and your partner, emotional distance, you have to talk to that person, right? And if you are emotionally strained in a relationship and that person is not connecting with you, then you got to pull the plug. You know what I'm saying? Because cheating doesn't make you guys connect anymore, and cheating just fulfills a temporary need, right? I think it's too easy to make a decision, and there are lots of people that make that decision. You know, I ain't cheat, but I was emotionally removed from some folks. I ain't cheat all the time. I mean, at all. I mean, that sometimes did I a little bit.
A little bit. I cheated a little bit.
Right. I didn't cheat. I wouldn't would cheat.
Yeah, that's a loadable. Not that being emotionally distant is a loadable, because it happens, right? One of the things that we have to remember in relationships is you have two whole people constantly growing, and sometimes they grow at the same pace, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they grow in the same direction, sometimes they don't. And that could create some of these emotional distances, but that's not a scientific reason to go find somebody that you are momentarily emotionally close to because you made some moves to get emotionally close to that person.
Right. I want to see the science in that, though, right? So I think they're thinking psychologically that that's the way the mind processes, but I don't think that's true. Like, I don't see the science in that if they're talking about the way that the mind, the neutrons and the electrons and the positrons in the mind do X, Y, and Z, which cause and effect. You know, it does this and it causes you to do that. I think, I don't think it's true with everybody. I think some people, I think so, but I don't think it's a psychological thing. I think it's more of I think it's more greed. I think it's more, it's either greed, people that feel like they're entitled to have their cake and eat it too. I think it's a matter of people who don't know how to say no, or people that don't like to deliver bad news. I don't want to tell anybody anything bad because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Used to be me, but now I get you. And I think those people maybe shy away from that. But there's too many people out there that have the option to do that. You know, yes. I don't know if we could do that. Okay.
Yeah, I think scientifically they're just saying from the emotional standpoint that need is very strong, but so should that should the strength in your marriage bond should be strong enough to, or your commitment bond. I want to even say marriage bond, your commitment bond. If you and me together, whether we signed papers and went before a judge or not, if I say, I'm gonna let my yay be yay and my nay be nay. If I say you are not, this is how we used to do it back in the day, Michelle. Girl, you my number one.
Oh, that means does that apply? There's a number two or the number three?
What it means is you are my number one. It don't mean you the only one. You are my number one.
Thank you.
And if you don't pick up on. And now that gives me validation to say, okay, she's in full agreement with being the number one. As long as I don't put nobody above her, I'm cool to have number 2 through 20.
Don't let the devil use you. Don't let the devil. If you let him ride, he's gonna want to drive. Don't let the devil ride. Man,
so
that's crazy.
Emotionally, there are some that there. Yeah, we want to be emotionally connected, and when we're not, then you have a responsibility to fix that with your mate, and not go create an emotional bond somewhere else.
There it is. This next one, you're gonna do this next one. You want me to do this now? Because this next one, we can crack the can.
Well, this next one says, if your partner grew up in an environment where cheating is normalized, that is scientifically proven that person is likely to be a cheater because it's the normal thing to do. Hey, we cheat. The women accept it, the man accept it. We get back together. We love. We fall in love. We out of love. We cheat. We cheat. I cheat. She cheat. We cheat, and we.
And everybody got the herpes, syphilis, AIDS, the uber-jubas, coronavirus, SARS. Everybody got everything. We just a great big old melting pot of disease.
It's these
No.
people right here. It is not the China virus. It is the cheating virus. It is
It's
these
the-
people who brought the doggone virus into
And
the
my-
States. It's these people.
Not the China virus, it's the vagina virus. That is, but I hate to, I agree. That's
Yeah.
my thing. That's my first degree. I agree, just simply from a standpoint. I know too many players, and they were raised by men and or women that endorsed that behavior, right? My daddy told me that, you know what I'm saying, if one ain't home, the one at home, you love her, if she ain't acting right, you just go get you another one. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like what you said a minute ago, as long as the one at home, you pay the bills, you throw a little money every here and again. It's okay to go out in the street and do what you want to do and have fun. Home is not fun. Home is for work, business, relaxation. You come home and give all your problems to your wife or your woman, and then you go out in the street free, carefree.
Yeah.
Foolishness. But I know some folks, it's so generational. I straight know a guy. I wish I was lying. He comes from a generation of pimping. Now, most guys say, I've been pimping since pimping been pimping. No, this Negro really have. He got hoes on hoes. He just
been pimping.
Man, he been pimping since it's been put. It's just but that's his mentality because he was raised in it. His daddy was a pimp. His grandpa was a pimp. All his uncles was pimps. And that's all they did was run women. And so he has that mentality. It's normalized to have multiple women. It's normalized to sleep with a man and have others on the side to do X, Y, Z with. So when it's normalized, when you've been conditioned for a certain thing, there's no excuse, because, you know what I'm saying? Because I think everybody has a certain degree of moral compass, but some people don't know how to get out. Some people don't want to get out, and they just tend to stay in that. So
yeah, and I agree, and I think there are women who and men who know this behavior well, and they pretend not to. Right? I remember I would tell young ladies, listen, we just gonna kick it. I'm looking for friends with benefits. You down? You ain't down? Then this is not a committed deal here. This is not me and you against the world. This is me against the world. And if you want to connect every now and then, we can connect, but you can't be in my face if you see me connected with somebody else and a different. And that was just the reality, because I didn't want the guilt lying, because I did that with my high school sweetheart, and we were committed. This is a young lady that I wanted to be with since 6th grade, and in high school we finally connected, right? So, and I was a dog, and it was very hurtful to her, and then the guilt that I carried for being in the streets, it was just too much. So from that point, and it was literally only a couple years for me, but from that point, it was like, hey, I just got to be upfront and honest. This ain't a committed thing. If you're looking for commitment, you barking up the wrong tree. But if you want to have a good time, we want to kick it, we want to go out and I spend a little money on you, we hang out, and when I'm in your presence, I'm that guy. But outside of your presence, ain't no telling what I'm gonna be doing, and you ain't got no say so. Do you agree? Right?
If I'm not in your presence, if I'm over there, I'm not that guy.
I'm not that
if
guy.
I'm right here, I'm that guy. But if you see
like
me
when I come
there,
pick you up and we go out on a date, then yeah, we dating. But when I drop you off, that's the date. The date is our dating situation is over. Just understand.
Not if only for one night, if only for one car ride.
Listen, but if we together, I'm gonna treat you well. I'm going to be present with you because I've committed to this moment. But I haven't committed to beyond this moment, and that's just what my mentality was. And because I too was raised by grown boys and who didn't understand that it's not how you treat a woman. If you want to, get respect and be respected by a woman, then you treat them a certain way. And I misunderstood that. I was like, well, I'm being honest. That's what I'm doing. I'm saying, no, that ain't what what you
thought honesty was gonna free your tail, did you? It's okay, you tried it. Look, I got one more. I got one more. He's like, it's for this car ride. It's stop signs and red lights. We don't pause, right? It's not over, but I'm gonna look out the window and be like, hey, girl. Okay, green light. Hey, baby, I'm back with you, right? It's, whew, don't get connected. Don't get attached.
Yeah, do not listen. Do not, and especially if we do the do is like, listen, here's one of the problems that creates. It's
I love it.
okay. If we take it there, then you have to understand how to listen. That does not mean the deal is sealed and anything has changed with this whole situation. And that sometimes becomes a problem too. It's like, listen, we agreed already that we not a thing. And just because we did the thing, don't make us a thing. Please understand that. And that was difficult. And that's what led me to get out of that business. I'm like, man, I can't win. I told them up front it wasn't a thing. They decided to do the thing with me anyway. And after they did the thing, they wanted it to be a thing. And I'm like, no, it's still not a thing. When I drop you off, the old rules still apply. Like, it's over for right now. And if I pick you up tomorrow or next week, then I'm going to treat you well while we're together. But when I drop you off, just understand, it's a wrap. People, that's...
You need one of them dudes to talk real fast at the end of the commercial. Terms of this agreement do not include drop off, stoplights, stop signs.
Yes.
When it's over, it's over.
We pull up at the stop sign and stop light and stop light.
That's what you needed. That's exactly what you needed. And women, quit thinking you could keep a man with the power of the booty. Okay. That's what it be. A man can tell you up front, this is what it is, this is what it's gonna be. And for some reason we think I'm gonna say it. Sorry, Lord. For some reason we think we could coochie him into a relationship. Yeah. It doesn't work. All he gonna do, you gonna get coochie. But you're not gonna get this man to be in this relationship with you, to leave whatever it is he's doing on the side. Sometimes men just don't want to settle down. They want the physical pleasures of being a man. These are the ones that will spend the money. Now, I don't deal with cheapies no more. But ones that will spend the money, you know what I'm saying? They don't mind throwing out a little bit of cash to look good. They want you to look good on their arm, and they want you to go home at night, throw that thing in a circle. Whatever. But we as ladies have to understand that if a man makes that clear, take him at his word. It's not gonna be like a Disney movie. You know, he gonna fall in love and he gonna all of a sudden he gonna be okay with no. It is been there, done that so many times. It doesn't, I'm not saying it can't ever work, but most times it won't. Yeah. If it does work, it ain't gonna work for very long. So why give away? First of all, why wear your stuff out like that? That's the first thing. Yeah. Why do that to yourself? Why put more mileage on your car with unnecessary road trips? You hear me? Why do that?
When I told you that this road leads to no destination.
It's a dead end.
It leads to a dead end, lady. You don't want to.
You're going to drive the car to the dead end, back it up, drive it up to the dead end, back it up, putting the miles on your car, wearing out your tires. And then before you know what, your tires is bald.
And what really it got me, and what really had me ready to settle down is like, it was still in my heart, I was wrong, because even though I was upfront and honest, it was still the women that allowed me to do that to them did not feel good about themselves. So I still felt guilty for taking advantage of that situation, because there's no way that I tell you that this ain't happening and you say, okay, don't call me no more, and then I can come pick you up next week. So that is, so that was a issue for me. It's like, man, I can't, this not gonna work for me. But yeah, being raised in that kind of household where you think that is normal, it becomes easier for, and this is why I tell people, you got to take your time in the dating scene, because the actions are the truth. The words are and I tried to make my actions and my words line up. And that's why I was so hard on the drop off, because I wanted my actions. And listen, I told you that it's not going down. So when I drop you off, I wanted to reiterate and make my actions line up, because before my words were not lining up with my actions.
Did you even stop the car?
Right. I mean, I came to a slow creep, Michelle. Slow creep. So I always wanted my actions to line up with my words. I said, I was in high school, I was saying, hey, I love you. You're the only one. But I was out doing other stuff. Right. And then I came to a place that says, okay, I don't love you. I don't want to be in a committed relationship. I want friends with benefits. You cool? We cool? You sure you're not going to catch feelings? Because I'm not going to catch feelings at this point in my life. This is what I'm doing. And you might see me out with some other people. You cool? You cool? And I was trying to make my actions line up with my words. But even that made me feel bad. So ultimately, I matured. And it's like, you know what? I just need to find me one woman to hold me down, because I'm about to go on this run to build this empire. And I'm going to need me a queen to sit on this kingdom with. And that's kind of where it was. But if you take your time in the dating scene, you'll get to come around. And like every time you come around, there is an uncle with a baby mama and a girlfriend, and they fighting all the time. And then you go to another function and you see a different uncle with the same thing. And then you go to another function and you hear some chatter in the bathroom about daddy's girlfriend and his mistress, and then the wife. And it's like, okay, now you understand the stock that this guy comes from. And now you have to start paying attention to his actions. Or you see the stock that this young lady comes from, right? She still has guys coming over looking for her, and you talking about, oh, well, he's just a friend. But every time I show up at a function, he there too. Yeah, it might be.
This the one. She's still cool with my mama.
Right.
I need you to get her and mama together. I need you to get them both together, because I'm not coming to the barbecue and she here because she cool with your mama. Any woman know that a lot of times when a woman hang on like that, oh, I'm still cool with his mama. You not cool with mama. You hanging on to this man, and you ain't got nothing else going on, because respect will have you step the hell away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you cared about his mama, if you just did, oh, she gonna be there, I'm cool, I'll holler at you, we can go buy shoes, go lunch some other time, it's so and so. But no, you over there with the melee looking like, I'm in with the family. The devil is alive.
Right.
It's foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we buy into what we want to happen to such an extent that we really don't care about. We lose track of reality. And reality is, don't do that. Don't do it. Stop it. I'm gonna be the voice of reason. Stop it. Get somewhere and sit down.
All life is time.
Man,
you be wasting some time with some jokers, boy. Listen, I was in that situation for a couple of years, and there was a couple young ladies that was hanging around for a couple of years. I'm like, man, you missed your future for your right now, because you want to hang out with me, and I done told you this ain't going nowhere.
But you know what though? I say this. So you mentioned, you needed a queen that was gonna sit on the throne with you, right, to reign in the empire. And so that's I think when it's male driven, and we won't get on this subject, we're gonna have to get on this subject. It's gonna be probably one of the next shows. But when you're a female trying to build an empire, trying to build something, and you're strong, finding a man that match that, because I have no shade, you know what I'm saying, but just in my past. People say, oh, opposites attract. Oh, the person could be different. It's fine. Two people ain't got to be just alike to have a successful relationship. I just found when I have someone that is too much my opposite, they are unable to carry the weight of what I bring to the table. Right. Be it entertainment, be it my spiritual compass, my moral compass, my whatever. They can't handle the weight of that. And so if I'm gonna sit as the queen, I need a king that's gonna sit there and be a little bit more. If I'm the queen and I'm here, you got to come in and be the king and be just a little bit here. Ladies, don't be getting all on the women's lib thing. Yeah. But a king got to be here. So if the order is reversed, I don't care if I am running things. You got to be that much more stronger than me. You know what I'm saying? In relationship. So when you know that you don't have that, again, Mr. Wonderful, thank you. I mean, that sounded real bad. We just wasn't meant to be, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
it's okay.
Right, and that's okay. I think that's the overall part. That's just my particular story, is what I feel about what I need in relationship, and why all the others, we run the course a few months. I'm a social person, so I enjoy conversation. I enjoy going out. I'm not a couch potato at all. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy going out, doing things and experiencing life, and you know what I'm saying? And so, when I don't get that, they don't work. Notice how this is back on me. But
all right, we're gonna take a quick break real quick. And on the other side of the break, we want to read your comments. So keep the comments coming. We got 6 more we got to get to. We're going to rush through those. But I've got this short 2-minute video that I want to play. And this is me transitioning from having a good time to being serious, guys. Economic empowerment is such a serious thing. This is what I do on in my other life. I podcast and I'm building a media empire, but really, I'm here to empower our community economically. And we have a program that I want to introduce you to. So I'm going to play this 2-minute video and you're going to see what's included. And then I'm going to give you my phone number to text me if this is something that you want in your life. But we've got to get our money right, because 90% of the issues that we fuss, fight, and complain about can be managed a lot easier when you got that Skrilla scratch paper. So let me show you how we help you get your money right here on the St. Louis Hustle Podcast.
Here's a question for you. Why are you letting another multi-billion-dollar industry and multi-million-dollar partnership pass you by? Think about it. You may have missed the .com era. You may have missed the age of the computer. You may have missed technology. But why are you going to miss another opportunity when you can get a small percentage of a billion-dollar pie and change your family's legacy? One thing I know for sure, opportunities are not missed, they're just passed to the next prepared person. My name is Brian M. Bean, founder of the Extra Digit Movement, and one of my business partners gave you this video for one reason. We're about to take the real estate industry and the financial industry by storm, period. Think about it. Everybody ultimately needs a place to stay. Now, I didn't buy this land and these 20 acres with our new partnership that we have with Making Wealth Real Financial. I was very, very blessed to turn $228 into $228,000 in just 8 short months. Making Wealth Real Financial did give me the 750 and above credit score. Making Wealth Real Financial did give me the cash to put in my pocket and close this deal and build my dream home on, guess what? 20 acres. Did I mention to you that we have credit restoration specialists? Did I mention to you that we have enrolled agents with the IRS to help you lower your taxes? Did I mention that we have debt elimination specialists as well? Did I mention that we have negotiators who will help you shred your bills and create positive cash flow? Imagine living the life of your dreams, fishing when you want to fish, building a house that you own. Imagine having business partners who care enough about you to share with you the power of our new multi-million-dollar real estate venture. And guess what? You don't have to be a sophisticated investor. You don't have to be an accredited investor. You don't have to be a real estate specialist. You don't have to be a real estate broker or agent to take advantage of our real estate joint venture partnership. Guess what? The average person now can buy, sell, flip, and invest in real estate without the risk and without the headaches, because we have experts who do all the work. So whether you're ready to invest in real estate or not, take advantage of this opportunity in this short video by getting back with the person who introduced you and just say or text keyword soft intro. That lets us know that you're ready for a deeper dive into the next step to make wealth real for you and your family. Get back with the person who introduced you to the video, and I'll see you guys on step 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the number you're going to text soft intro to, text soft intro to 314-874-6887 along with your name. So text your name and the keyword soft intro to 314-874-6887. I'll send you some more information about this program. It's wonderful, man, where you can make $1 and make a difference at the same time. Get your own finances in order and get paid for helping others do the same thing. So, Shelley, we're talking Number one was
Man,
the emotional distance between your partner causing you to cheat scientifically. You grew up in a household where cheating is normalized, right? I understand that one. Number three, your partner got bored in a relationship. Just bored.
I can neither conform, I can neither confirm nor deny. You know what?
Getting bored roughly every 3 months.
That, you know what? But that's because I be trying to think opposite, right? Because people say sometimes, you know, your mate can be your opposite. So I be purposely out there giving opportunity, for lack of a better term, to guys that are my exact opposite, right? Because like maybe, but I think I may need to scale it in and date someone that's maybe a little bit more eccentric like I am. Because I do. I remember at one point, we was probably about a month into our relationship, and Mr. Wonderful said, he's like, I'm sick of my name coming out your mouth. Now, Mr. Wonderful said, I'm just wondering how long before you get bored with me. I was like, I'm not gonna get bored. I'll be right back now. I was like, I'm like, low key, I don't know. It just, I don't think I do get bored. That's it. But see, that's the thing though. See, if we are on two different things, you know what I'm saying? He was more settled. Again, nothing wrong with that. But he wasn't a person, he doesn't like to go dancing. He thinks there's something, he doesn't like to go dancing.
I'm not going to spend my time in them juke joints, lady.
Right. Not the juke joint. Right, seriously. And so I like to dance. And I don't think there's anything wrong with dancing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you know, we just had differences there. And, you know, where I might like to go out and be around a room full of people. You know, I like to walk and mingle and laugh and talk. And that wasn't his jam. So we found ourselves doing a few things together. We go out and eat and come home. I found 15 pounds.
You like, hey, you ready to go home. I'm ready to go to the after party after the after party.
Right. Well, I hate you. I just would be ready to get out. I didn't want to come home and just lay down with it. I wanted to, you know, go in and make an evening of it. And we did do some fun stuff. But I think that because we had so many differences in how we saw our extracurricular time, that, you know, that I didn't get bored. I just found other stuff to do. And real talk like that. And I know he gonna be like, gosh darn, he probably going friendly. Sorry. But the whole last part of our relationship, the last probably 30 days, he went his way and I kind of went mine. And I check in. Hey, just letting you know I'm at the crib. Hey, I'm gonna be out with my girl, or hey, I'm gonna go to karaoke. He didn't want to do any of the things that I want to do. I like to shoot pool and throw darts. He didn't want to do that. It was always, well, are they open? Well, maybe they're not. And that's fine. But I found myself doing those things on my own. And you meet and mingle other people. I would be respectful. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't cheat. Now it was brothers pushing up on me, you know, but I didn't cheat. I was like, I got Mr. Wonderful at the crib. Why he ain't out with you? Crickets, because I really can't, because it ain't like I refuse. I don't let people put that letter on me anymore to make me think, oh, what you do is bad and what I do is right. I don't wear that jacket no more. I used to. I don't wear that no more. We just do different things. So I just need to find someone. If you're out there and you like the dance, why don't you holler at you? No.
Just have fun. I think I was listening to Jill Scott interview on the Breakfast Club. They just replayed one of the clips. I don't know when she was on. But two things you said, one about you building your kingdom and you need a king, that she said, if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do.
Come on.
But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
Thank you.
And I was like, because I read it first, I read the caption and I said, what are they talking about? But when you hear her say it with the attitude, like, if you that guy and you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do.
That's it.
But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
I love that. I love that.
That was so dope. And I think that speaks to kind of where you are with it. But she also said, which is my second point that you said. She said, I want a homie, love, a friend, but we got to be boys. And she's like, as much as I want a man to treat me like a lady, as much as I want him to treat me like a queen, for the relationship to work with me, we got to be boys. Like I do football, I do pool, I do the things, and we and if you ain't that, then that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you mentioned that. So number 4, your partner is going through a mid or quarter life crisis. I think I was in a quarter life crisis at 22, 23 years old, Michelle. I was a quarter through this thing, and I was like, hey, monogamy ain't for me. I can't make it work, and I don't want to. And shortly after that, I was like, oh, you can have this player card back. This is crazy.
Yeah,
I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts of this either.
The car was all tore up. You can have this.
Yeah. I was almost a monk, Michelle. I was like, hey, maybe I just need to be in a monastery somewhere, because clearly I can't deal with just having one woman, and I can't deal with having a bunch of them either. So maybe I just need no women at all. Let me go join the monks in the monastery.
Right. I agree. I think if you were to interview other people that have been in a relationship with me, that probably there's about 3 or 4 jokers be like, that was her. It wasn't. That was my 30s. Okay. I'm in my 40s. I was monogamous in my 40s. In my 30s, I was a little cheater because I didn't understand. I was some of these next things,
Yeah.
I know we still got a few more to go.
Yeah.
Okay. You meet that your partner wants to sabotage the relationship. Sometimes when people don't know how to go, they'll be like, I'm gonna go out here and hold around, and then she gonna get jealous and she gonna get mad, she gonna leave. They don't want to be the bad guy. So I'm gonna do stuff to piss her off and make her leave, like sleeping with a friend. I'm gonna make her leave, and that's foolishness. I
need out, but I can't quit her. I gotta make her quit me.
That's it.
For my own conscience.
Man, let's just kiss and say goodbye. Can we?
Right.
That's it. So this next one, your partner isn't sexually satisfied by you.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a family show, Michelle. It is. Listen, you got to be sexually compatible or willing to up your game, willing to learn, and willing to try to grow in that area. And for men, it is sometimes hard for 2 reasons. Number 1, for 2 reasons. Number one, it's hard because every one of us think that we are the jam, right? So that's number 1. And we got these egos that are bruised easily when she say, hey, you just ain't hitting the spot for me, right? So that's number 1. That's the ego thing.
What woman really says that? What does I ain't go. That's so hurtful.
It's in a roundabout way. We should try this.
We get more instruction.
That, and it's like,
right.
So that becomes an issue, and then the other issue is then we have to reconcile with the fact that if I'm not cutting it, then somebody at some point was, and that's always a threat. Say, wait a minute. If I'm not cutting it, and your last boyfriend was, and I see y'all at the stove at the same time, y'all could be in opposite aisles. Y'all just happen to be in the stove at the same time. Yeah. Oh, I'm threatened like a mug. Like, no,
I can see that. I can see that.
So that becomes a real problem for guys.
But when you as a man, if you couldn't figure out what to do, because women in there, I'm gonna say older women. When I was young, I'd be like, I'm cool, I'll go without. It's very tricky. I'm finna go without. But it's when you're in your 40s, it's hard. It's difficult. That's the word. Difficult. It's difficult to go without, especially, because women, we hit our peak in our mid 40s. We are there, and really from there on out, if you're, healthy, for the most part, that thing just get worse. And so, here's my thing. Rather than to have to drag around the boulder of cheating or cloak and dagger, ducking and hiding. You can just
Mhm.
go ahead and call it. You know, go ahead and end the relationship with somebody if they're not doing it for you. Going back to what you just said, women, we try to, like, I would never tell a guy, like, you know what, your stuff is trash. I would never do that. But I wouldn't do it. I would
Garbage.
do it. Wouldn't do it.
Garbage.
Right, like, nah. Be like, but that DJ sound,
Yeah.
major key alert.
Yeah. Or is that it? For real.
Is it? Quit playing.
That's all we get tonight.
Is this a what?
All right.
I had a flashback.
Listen, I'm calling Tyrone.
That is, but you know, I've heard some of my female friends say that they've been honest like that. I think I'm gonna try to help, right? Okay, if you ain't doing it, you gonna get yours. I gotta give my, that ain't fair. I ain't gonna be just putting out like that and I ain't getting nothing. So I'm gonna try to help you. Want you to go this way, want you to go that way, whatever. If we do that and that doesn't help, then yeah, I think it is time to walk away. I used to didn't think when I was naive. I was like, well, you know, you should be able to get past that. The devil is a lie. You need to make that decision to say, you know what, I'm smart enough, I'm gonna walk away. You know, because you don't want to cheat. I don't want to sow them seeds. I don't want to do that.
But let me throw this one in there because, and I know we got 4 minutes. So what about when everything else is perfect, but that?
As long as a person is willing to try, like
It's
if you're like, okay,
everything is perfect, and this other joker who brings the lumber, he ain't got nothing going on but that.
okay.
Do you put two together and say, okay, here's my happy home.
Yeah.
Here's my happy bedroom. I got my happy home over here. My happy bedroom is over here. This joker ain't got nothing, ain't never gonna have nothing, and all he got going for him is the bedroom. So I'll see him twice a week, and then I got my happy home at the same time.
I've done it in my 30s. I've done that. You know, I was like, sometimes you got to take several men to build one good man. So I did. I had make one good one. I had one that brought the lumber. I had one that I knew he was the one that was going out, would laugh, talk, dance, do everything. And then I had the one that had a great job. That's the one that's going to do romantic dinners. He's going to buy gifts and presents. Normally he was the older one. I can hold out on him. And then I had the one that was just like, he's in the friend zone, which really meant he's in the battle circle waiting to get in. So, you know, I would run all three and only one gets sex, but the others have a purpose. One fix it. I got to have a fix it. I gotta have a cook or a fix it man, one or the other. But that just got old for me because I do want one stable relationship. So if he can do everything else and everything else is in line except for the intimacy, then I'm gonna try to work through it. But if he's unwilling to do that, I don't want to cheat, so I would have to walk away.
So what you're saying is you building Voltron is what you was doing. You building Voltron. You had 5 lions, and that's how you formed Voltron.
That's it, man. I'm talking about a transformer on your head. And they all knew, because the other ones that wasn't the main one, they all knew I had somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I was like, this is what we do. I'm not happy here, especially the one that swung wood. I was like, okay, you know, I got something over here. And you're right. He was no good. He had going on, but you got one job. And then the other guys, they wanted to be the main guy. So I knew I didn't have to give them nothing because they were too busy performing, trying to get to be in position. So horrible way to live.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry we didn't get a chance to read your comments, but we might have to pick up part 2 to this next week. Appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Till I talk to you guys next time, we want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it each and every